Hey guys, welcome to another video with me, Loopy. Again, I'm here on my Panda. Well, this is actually the first video you'll see of my Panda, apart from the creation screen. The video is about 20 minutes long. I've chopped quite a bit out because there was 2 hours of footage between levels 1 and 10, and most of it was just leveling and questing anyway. So here I am. First time I got in, and it was laggy as hell for the first few seconds since I hadn't let the downloader finish. As soon as I got time, I let the downloader finish and then came back to the video. And as you can see, it runs quite smooth. I like the animations of a hair, a tail, you know, it seems really smooth, looks good. So I decided to test out whether we had some emotes, and it seems we have a few action emotes but no voice emotes. We don't have a dance, we don't have any jokes, we don't have a laugh. Other than that, I think most of the actions do work, the animations are fine. And yeah, there's a lot of pandas about. In a second I start to mess with a few video settings to try and get my frame rates up a bit while I'm recording. You'll notice that the screen does go a bit dodgy because I turn vertical sync off. Most systems, if you do turn V-sync off, it runs quite a lot better. But for some reason, while I'm frapsing, as you can see there, it completely kills it. So I fixed that and then came back to recording and started questing so I could show you how it is. So the first quest, you basically come down here, you grab a weapon off this rack. Depending on your class, you get a different weapon. For the monks you get fist weapons, which don't have a visual at all. You can't see them equipped on you, you just look exactly the same as you are. I thought at least you'd get some bandages wrapped around your hands. So as you can see, I've got them equipped and there is no weapon there. It's just exactly the same as it was. They'll run back up the hill, hand it in, and then you get to go and train on the punch bags. Later on I'll go through all the talents we've got, because there's a part of the video where we go flying around the new island on a hot air balloon, so I'll talk through all the talents and all the abilities that you get from 1 to 10 there. But at the moment we have jab, and I can't remember what the spell's called, but it makes them sleep for 6 seconds unless you take a damage, so it's basically like a rogue's gouge. Again, I'll show you all the abilities and what they do, talk through them later on. But the fighting animation does seem quite fun. You know, it does seem Kung Fu Panda. Now, so here's where I start to speed it up because it's going to get a bit boring for you guys, and I don't think you just want to sit here and watch me quest and babble on about it all day. One thing I will say is, like I'll show you here, the mailbox. There is no mailbox until you get to one of the Horde or Alliance major cities, which you will get around level 10 or 11, depending on if you're in a guild. Which means no pets, no bind on account gear until you are level 11. I think Blizzard's idea behind this was to stop people sending gold and faction-wide items to the pandas while they're between level 1 and 10 and distributing them that way. It seems a fairly decent move from Blizzard. I was wondering how they'd get around that, and it seems like that is how it is. So again, basically, I've just quested, just killing mobs, going through the quests as they are. It seems relatively bug-free. Every now and again, you'll probably see these little blue and white cubes on the floor. I'm guessing they're graphic render problems, whether it be, I don't think it's my PC, because quite a lot of people were commenting on this, saying they just look silly on the floor. You know, you'd see a tree with just this blue and white cube sat in it, doing nothing. They don't move, they're just there. Yeah, you'll probably see there's a lot of pandas about. It's an absolute pain to tag a mob here, so I'm sitting on this balcony instead of trying to stand in that room with 300 other pandas. There goes my first ding when I hand this quest in. There we go, ding. I do a little cheer. The cheer animation is quite anime character, you know, really cute and cuddly, which should be expected for a Japanese panda, to be honest. Now this quest, this is a fairly annoying quest if there's a lot of people about. It says you need to take the burning embers and burn a scroll. As you see, I'm trying to look around for the scroll. I can't find the scroll. You know, every scroll I see I can't click on. So I keep running around. You know, upstairs, and I see 4 billion pandas stood on one spot trying to click one scroll. I was stood here for a good 15 minutes. As you can see, people are trying to cheat and use scripts to use the scroll. I don't think it actually works. So I have a suggestion, maybe we should group up. So we join a quick group and I go AFK for a couple of minutes to make myself a cup of tea while I'm waiting. I come back and somebody's clicked the scroll and my fraps has filled my hard drive, so it cuts off and I have to pick it up at another point, which you will see any time now. Still clicking like mad. There we go. I noticed that Fraps wasn't recording when I got to this point. I restarted it. I condensed all my other videos so I could try and pick it up. Really, I should get myself a bigger hard drive. So the quest now is to kill these little sprite things. The new mobs, they look relatively good. They've took quite a lot of time making these mobs. The foxes here look really cool. I was checking them out to see if I could get one from a hunter, and they're not actually foxes, they're beasts, as the tooltip says. So I don't think they're tameable. If they are, they might be with beast mastery, I don't know, but if they are, they'd be really good because they are quite good little foxes. There you go, ding level 3 I think that was. Now I get my first proper ability, Tiger Palm. Basically you want to use Tiger Palm if the enemy's above 50% health. It will use Chi, which is the 4 little balls at the top there, which you generate using jab. If you are a monk and there's other monks around you, you might see these little blue glowing orbs floating around the floor. If you collect those and run into them, you will generate chi from that. Right, so again I mess up here. So running all the way over here, looking in my spell book, not really concentrating on what I'm doing, trying to get all the footage into one quick video instead of doing it properly like I should. The designer notes basically just some notes for Blizzard to say that so things aren't working properly, basically, which we shouldn't expect them to be, since it's a beta and it's only just started. I think it's one of the first releases that I've got. Yeah, so all these abilities and things I will go through at the end and talk about them, or I might even just make another video for it, seeing so this one is actually already 20 minutes long. Basically I'm trying to find this missing miner, which I just didn't concentrate on. I went the complete wrong way. You'll see me get this in a second. There it is. I don't notice I've got it and I'm still running around. I don't know where I got it from. I think somebody else did it for me and I just got the credit. So it's around this area anyway if you want to look there. So now we go back, we hand in this quest and we get the first phased quest, which actually works quite well. Without watching the video back, I didn't notice that it was a phased quest. And I think Blizzard needs to edit the way cloaks are on pandas. Seems sort of a bit big. I mean, maybe scale them down a bit like they do for gnomes and dwarves. So there she goes, she jumps off, she's gone into a cave, and I've got to run all the way around instead of giving me a lift. You know, it's lazy. We run in the cave, and as you can see, right there is where we phase. I didn't even notice when I came in. And the quest is to kill 60 of these sprites. I mean, it's kind of like the quests where you're helping Thrall escape from the elementals, where everybody in the same phase does contribute to the quest. So there we go, we just kill all these mobs using Tiger Palm and generating chi, and generally running out of chi constantly. And this dude, Master Shang Zi, will appear pretty much everywhere. He just appears and disappears like a genie. You know, it's like, oh, well, you complete the quest, I'll pop up here and make it easy if your hand's in. Right, I think I might be skipping part of the video here. Yep, there we go, skip to level 5. Once I complete this quest, I should be level 5. This is another phased quest. You go around and you light all these little fires and then fight the ghost. This is where you pick your first main weapon. I suggest go for the staff. I went for the one-handed mace since I thought pandas could use shields, but it turns out they cannot. So if you're tanking, I'd use staffs or staves, whichever one you want to call them. Right, so now we need to speak to Huel, I think it's pronounced. Basically he's a little fire kitten. He looks quite cool. He's Ragnaros in cat form. I'd really like to have one of these as a pet, you know, be able to collect them all as pets, it'd be great. So I skipped on to where we bring him home basically, and he comes and ignites the fires and stuff around here, and brings the temple back to life basically. Then we go on to the next area. The quest line flows really well in this place. It feels really smooth. I'm quite happy the way it's done it. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could read the lore and you'd get the whole story behind the pandas. Really, I'm not that interested in lore. I like playing WoW for the leveling and raiding and things like that, so I don't generally bother. I think this guy in the little huts here, go to him in a sec, is your first vendor. So I just sold everything that I didn't need. You can repair there, but I'm pretty sure nobody should die by this point. This water is cool, we get it randomly all the time. This one turns you into a skunk, another one turns you into a frog, another one turns you into a snake, I think, and gives you run speed. Now this quest, I completely fail here. I thought, oh, I'll jump down onto there, and completely miss, and I'm like, oh, well, how do I kill these monks now? And then I realised that you can actually click on them and you jump on them. Complete face palm there. Basically you jump on the next one and start attacking them. Rinse and repeat. Once you kill them, they jump down and turn into a little frog and hop off. I don't know if you can see down on the floor there's one of them little blue and white cubes. Nah, I skipped the video because the quests are quite boring. As you can see there's one of them little orbs I was talking about. I have two more abilities here. One's roll, it's basically a blink for pandas, and another one is it's like tiger palm, but used at below 50%, and it puts a dot on the target if you're below 50%. This quest we have to destroy these defaced scrolls, and I had to put this bit in because it's my favourite quote. Mouth only hold banana going. Right. That's quite interesting. Anyway, this is the part I was saying I was going to talk about abilities. What I'll try and do is I'll leave the video now and I'll come back once I've put all the abilities into play, and I'll talk about each one as we go and fly around this giant turtle while the pandas talk to the giant turtle. It's quite strange. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I'm back, and here are the abilities. We have Jab, Clobber, Sever, Slice and Club. They're all basically the same, they just change depending on weapon. Tiger Palm, like I said, we should use that above 50% health, that uses Chi. Blackout Kick, that should be used below 50% health, again, that uses Chi. Roll, basically this is your blink for a panda, use it twice before cooldown. Quaking Palm, this is one that sets like a rogue's gouge, basically puts the target to sleep for a couple of seconds until they take damage again. That's the only abilities you'll be getting till level 10. So do what you can with those, it shouldn't be too bad. Basically we finish flying around this big turtle, which is what we've been questing on. That's the quest on the back of the turtle. That's your zone there, as you can see in the background there's trees and stuff going on the turtle. Maybe they should change the flight path of this thing, because like you see, we get whacked by a big turtle's head and nothing happens. We fly around the side, we help some alliance and horde, then you should be around level 10 11 by then. After you've helped the alliance and horde and you've helped the big turtle, you should choose which faction you want. So other than that, it's just questing. Right, so I'm going to leave it there. I'll leave you for another 3 minutes without me babbling on, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks.